He was once a Japanese commander who defeated the US military. He also became a traitor to the empire by failing to resist American forces. Because of one reckless tactical decision, he would soon cost the Japanese Navy 70% of its combat power. 10 minutes earlier, a scout plane suddenly spotted 3 American warships. Fleet Commander Chuichi Nagumo immediately ordered all carrier-based aircraft from 4 Japanese carriers to return to the hangars. The crews began unloading their aerial bombs and replacing them with torpedoes and armor-piercing bombs for attacking ships. Even though a major sincerely warned that this could be a trap, Nagumo stubbornly insisted on proceeding with the rearming process. At that critical moment, the hangars below the decks were like giant powder kegs. Just then, the US Navy's 6th Torpedo Squadron suddenly appeared, approaching the Japanese carrier group at low altitude from the northwest. Well-trained Japanese forces immediately created a deadly web of anti-aircraft fire. Within seconds, 7 American planes were shot down and crashed into the sea. Seeing the 6th Torpedo Squadron on the brink of annihilation, the squadron leader made a heroic move, diving straight toward the center of the carrier Hiryu. Braving intense enemy fire, he managed to release a torpedo toward the Hiryu. But the Japanese flak guns soon struck his aircraft. In the end, he died a heroic death. At this point, Nagumo became even more convinced of his assessment. The US main fleet must be nearby. He ordered the crews to speed up the rearming process. But what he didn't know was that the warships spotted earlier were decoys planted by the Americans to mislead the Japanese, and the desperate charge of the 6th Torpedo Squadron had bought precious time for the American dive bombers. Less than 5 minutes later, Nagumo heard a faint roaring sound. 43 American dive bombers were already 4 kilometers above the Japanese combined fleet. Then they began their screaming dives. In the next moment, anti-aircraft guns erupted. The sky instantly filled with a dense web of exploding shells. Captain Best, an ace pilot, led 2 other planes in a direct attack on Nagumo's flagship, the Akagi. Meanwhile, Major McCluskey led 4 two-plane teams through the hail of flak toward the carrier Kaga. At an altitude of just 550 meters, they released their armor-piercing bombs. But due to the Japanese anti-aircraft fire, not a single bomb hit its target. Worse yet, 3 American planes were shot down during the attack.